Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Wednesday night, and I have a little bit of time before I get down to a pile of grading. I thought it'd be fun for us to do a video for the video game section of the YouTube channel. If you know me, you know I am a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog here, so I thought it would be fun for us to do a video discussing the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer that came out recently. Now, there are videos online where people are doing live watch-alongs and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to do that. I just want to tell you my thoughts on the trailer. You can check out the trailer yourself. Just punch in Sonic the Hedgehog trailer on YouTube, and you can't miss it. And it will be literally burned into your memory because there are some really super awkward things about this trailer that I'd like to talk about. First and foremost, my description of the trailer basically seems like a buddy cop movie with a freakishly uncanny valley Sonic going up against Dr. Eggman, Robotnik, being played by Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey has a handlebar mustache and a kind of a stereotypical like 14-year-old boy haircut with the side of his head shaved and the top of it gelled. So that's a thing. And the banter in the trailer between Sonic and the police officer that he is the buddy cop of, I thought was actually good. And there are some spots where there's really fun, absurdist humor, like people thinking that the cop has a child in a duffel bag when it's actually Sonic, and Sonic is talking about how the duffel bag smells like body spray and a ham sandwich and stuff. So there's funny dialogue in the movie. But the big problem of the movie, and here's where I'm going to get down to critiquing what I saw, is quite frankly, Sonic is way off model. And I mean like way, it's like indescribably off model. For example, this is the Sonic we all know and love right here, shown on Sonic Jam with his buddies. And this is what's known as the, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn Sonic. But, maybe you are a Dreamcast fan here, and you're a little bit more used to the Dreamcast Sonic, with longer quills. Sometimes he's got kind of fang teeth, green eyes. Sometimes, he's just shown kind of looking a little bit like this. But nevertheless, it's essentially the same design, except, the Dreamcast one makes him look a little more like, 21st century graffiti badass, and the, early 90s one looks a little bit, still like badass American, but more cutesy, edgy, Felix the Cat crossed with cool Japanese guy with American flair, that's Sonic the Hedgehog as far as, I'm concerned. And, even the, American versions of him in the cartoons, even though he looks a little bit, different, you can still clearly Sonic. This thing is way off, and, you're watching this video, you can see him in the margins here, and I don't know where exactly I'm going to put him, but you probably want to avert your eyes. The big problem with him is that they make him look way too human. Now, truth be told, Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't look really like a hedgehog, and he definitely has human qualities to him, but he looks like a cartoon character, right? He doesn't look like a person with human teeth and cheekbones. And let me show you guys something here as an artist. Now, I don't know how well I can do this here. I'm going to set my phone down, but, Sonic the Hedgehog is, if you like to draw and you know how proportion works, you know how cartoony proportions work, Sonic's 2 heads tall. 1, 2. Okay? So you have his top head, then his bottom head is divided in half between his torso and his legs. And then the rest of his proportion all kind of fits in with that, his wrists roughly bend at where his knees pop out, his elbows bend at his rib cage. So Sonic has got kind of these cute cartoon baby proportions, while at the same time being a cool teenager, because everything is scaled to fit his proportions and aesthetic. So I kind of might be able to understand why they want to make Sonic look a little more kind of in tune with the environment that he's in, but they went way overboard. You know, you could have easily kept this look in these proportions, but maybe added a little bit more realistic texture or something like that to either his fur or his shoes or something like that. Instead, what you have is something truly bizarre and unpleasant. Like, I would love to go see this movie with my son, and my son loves Sonic. The second word that my son spoke after Dada was Sega. All right, I'm not even joking. Like, Sega was my kid's second word. So, and we play Sonic a lot. We play Sega Genesis a lot. We play Sega Saturn a lot. We play Sega Dreamcast a lot. We play Sega Master System and 32X a lot. So we are a big Sega family. But I'm kind of scared to take him to see this because it is truly odd and a little off-putting. Like, this is not a Sonic. Like, Sonic's teeth look like my teeth. This is not like Sonic. You know, if we again go to our like Dreamcast Sonic here, you know, like, he's got teeth, but they're like cartoon teeth. Like, they're not like, you see my teeth? Like, these are people teeth. This is stylized, aesthetically pleasing teeth here, okay? Because he's a cartoon, and you have a cartoon character that's like half cartoon and then half the most awkward parts of people. It doesn't work well. Now, the other thing that I've heard people kind of complaining about the Sonic trailer, like Pat the NES Punk, and I strongly disagree with him about this. He's like, well, why did they play Gangster's Paradise in the trailer? Because if you watch the trailer, they play Gangster's Paradise. But I actually think that's actually a really wise choice, because if you played Sega in the mid-90s, Gangster's Paradise was like the song. So that, I think, really fits into like the whole like zeitgeist of the time. You know, if you're an American gamer playing a Japanese video game, you know, you had like kind of like the best of both worlds, like cool American culture, cool Japanese culture, that whole mid-1990s look and feel. And Coolio and Sonic were definitely a part of that, you know, and just add some baggy pants and some, you know, bright colors and Yankees hats and maybe some cool designs like you see right here. You know, add the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in there, and you'll have some fun quintessentially 90s stuff. So the use of Coolio's Gangster's Paradise in the trailer I thought was actually pretty cool. The idea of Sonic in a buddy cop movie, which there were definitely like great ones of those in the 90s, like Die Hard, that's definitely a good idea. But that design is way off, and whatever's good about the movie is going to be deeply harmed by it. I think the script is probably going to be charming to mediocre, but Sonic looks fairly ghoulish. It's not like, I don't know, it's bad. It's interesting in its own way, but it's just awkward. So those are my thoughts. I'm like optimistic to open about going. I definitely want to see this movie. I'm going to the movie open-minded. It could be fun, but I mean, it could be something, you know, more along the line of Street Fighter the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but maybe a little bit more canonical, so to speak. But that look of Sonic is just, it's weird. And having Jim Carrey kind of looks like he's going to kind of morph into Eggman is also, I'm not a fan of that either. I would just start him off being just chubby and weird. And I think Jim Carrey cast as Robotnik is not a bad idea, because he's got that over-the-top funny attitude. And Robotnik, Eggman has that too, but yeah. I'm just going to be repeating myself at this point. So those are my impressions of the Sonic movie. Sonic, adorable, cool, the best of Japan culture, the best of America culture, right here. We see it right here. What we see in this movie is something else, and it's maybe going to attract viewers out of morbid curiosity. Maybe that's what the people who made this movie wanted. Maybe they truly thought that if they made this, it would be like Rocky and Bullwinkle's movie back at the turn of the 2000s or late 90s, you know, where, you know, they're like, oh, well, it's like Rocky and Bullwinkle and we don't care. Maybe if they feel like they make Sonic off-model, maybe people will just be drawn to, what the hell is this train wreck? I have to see it. And that could be it too. Until next time, guys, my name's Noel. You take care, and